It's been unfolding in the last hour. The plane just landed here about an hour ago. It was inbound from Amsterdam, flight 235. And about 3 hours into the flight, a passenger started acting very oddly. And that's when the air marshals subdued him. They kept him subdued, but he was yelling and scaring the passengers for the last 3 hours of the flight. One of the passengers tells us that it was an extremely frightening thing, that some people had to be moved to first class to be out of the way. Other people moved to the back of the plane, but that he kept yelling about a hijacking and saying that they weren't being told the truth and asking the officers to shoot him. Michael Patrick Shields is that passenger. He picks up the story.
I was sitting right across the aisle from this fella. He was about 30 years old. He had a red golf shirt on, very short hair, and all of a sudden he got very agitated, and it was impressive. 3 federal marshals in plain clothes swooped right up, got him right handcuffed, put him in the seat, and that's when it got really dramatic. He started yelling about hijacking, started yelling that the passengers are being lied to, that they don't know what's really happening. He started kicking the exit door because he was in that exit seat up there by the front, and just foul-mouthed 3 hours of it. Like a possessed person, you know, when they just keep going on and on and on about how he wanted them to shoot him, he wanted them to punch him, he wanted to fight, he was calling them all sorts of names, and they were really calm and collected, but the people were pretty nervous, I thought.
There was some disorderly behavior. EMS and law enforcement were requested and have responded. EMS has departed the area, but law enforcement is now in their hands, and they're going to deal with the situation. That's really about all I can say at this time.
What law enforcement? Is it Wayne County? Who is it?
Well, we work in conjunction, but Wayne County is the main law enforcement here, but also Customs and Border Protection. This is an international flight, so they work together, as well as with our Joint Terrorism Task Force, FBI liaison. So just like any incident here, it's a collective work of those bodies that will respond to something like this. And then, depending on the situation, the proper jurisdiction will take hold.
And as far as we understand, that person is still being questioned. He told Michael Patrick Shields that he had 4 kids, that he was a businessman that had to travel internationally, but Michael did not know his name. That's all the information. He said he thought he was probably in his 30s. He was seated in the first row of coach. This is a very large plane. Michael was seated just across from him, so that's how he happened to see it all go down. Reporting live, I'm Mary Conway, Channel 7 Action News.
Thank goodness those air marshals were on that flight, Mary.
Absolutely. And, you know, I asked Bob Ball if he thought this was tied in any way at all to Umar Farouk Abdul Muttalib. His trial starting today. He happened to be inbound from Amsterdam as well. And Bob thought it was absolutely a coincidence that there was no tie.
Interesting. We will continue to follow the story and bring you any new developments. Mary Conway at Metro Airport. Thanks.